Dr. Lucille Rayford, and I'm Vice President of Programs and Projects of Psi Eta, chapter of Chi Eta Phi Sorority Incorporated, and I am a registered nurse. My educational background, I began my education at Southwest College in Los Angeles. I received an ADN. I received my bachelor's and master's from Cal State Dominguez Hills and my PhD from Azusa Pacific. The person that I admire the most or who has been in my corner since the beginning is my oldest sister, Gayla. She encourages me, she prays with me, she's just been the person that's in my corner and just been able to carry me when I'm having a difficult time. Even though we're not in the same states, she has a feeling that something is going on with me and she calls me, and it's just the best feeling in the world to hear her voice and to hear her speak to me and encourage me. First, piece of advice I'd have for a person coming up through the ranks is to know that we all have our own journey. I started nursing school when I was in my late 20s, early 30s. This was not my first career choice, and I went through it rather quickly, I believe, I want to say. But this is not the journey for everyone, and if you're passionate about wanting to be a nurse, I think that you should accept the fact that we won't all get to our destination the same way. So just to be able to accept that fact and to know that if you're passionate, you'll get there. So my second piece of advice would be to be confident in your abilities, to not want to compete or duplicate what someone else has done, to be creative and be confident in what you do and what you know. Another piece of advice that I would give to anyone coming up through the ranks is to be a mentor, to show the person who's coming up behind you or the person who wants to be a nurse or who's interested in being in your position what that position entails. Mentor them, encourage them. I think that as we move up through the ranks, it is our responsibility to be a mentor to those who are coming up behind us.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the assets of public health is the fact that we look at the person as a whole person. We're not looking just as treating a disease, we're looking at the social determinants that might be a barrier to that person receiving treatment or getting the care that they need. I think we want to ensure that health equity is across the board. That's another thing that I think is very important and something that we're all working toward in public health as a whole. We're looking at the whole community. We want health equity across the board for every person that we take care of or that we treat or come into contact with. And I think the final thing about health, public health, that it is not just something that's for a paying person, but it is a service that we provide across the board. And it's not necessarily just at the patient level, definitely is at the community and systems level. So public health is what I think is the driving force for a healthy America or a healthy country.